Good morning, friends. How are you today? You know, you'll see the title below, Is Networking Dead? I was at a conference a couple of weeks ago, and I'm heading to one this Saturday. And then in November, I'm going to another one. And I noticed a couple of things that people really don't know how to network anymore. And I just thought that this might be a little something to talk about. So, yeah, I was at this conference and there's about 100 women, I would say, and they're all sitting at tables and they're all, the keynote speaker speaks and then, she says something about, okay, now you've got 20 minutes to network. And I look around the room and people aren't getting up except to go to the bathroom. They're not mingling. They're looking at their phones or they're chatting to their bestie beside them. And that's not how to network. That's how to leave a conference with just some scribbled notes and maybe an idea or two, but not with a collaborator, a client, or, a mentee or, an opportunity. So I just wanted to go through a couple of things here and share them with you today, because I felt that there were so many missed opportunities. And I want to give you a real quick framework, which I have called the 3 C's. So 3 C's of networking. So the C's are, number 1 is connect with purpose. Before I head out to any networking event, I usually figure out what my intentions are. What is it that I want to accomplish by investing my time in networking? Now, networking, again, can be both online and offline. It's the same thing, right? So what are you looking for? Are you looking for a referral partner? Are you looking for a speaking opportunity? What are you looking for when you go to a networking event? And if you don't know what you're looking for, then what happens? Nothing. Nothing actually happens. So go with purpose. That's number 1. The second C is contribute. Contribute before you collect. There's an old saying about givers gain. So going out to a networking event with the mindset, how can I help? And I've been in business for a long time. And so very often I will go to a networking event. And so who can I connect? Who can I connect with other people? Who can I help? Is about the connecting, the opportunities. It's not necessarily about who can I help by coaching. That's not what I mean. Okay. So how can I help? How can you help the other person reach their goals? And that will help you build trust. So that's the second C. And the third C is contribute to the conversation. That's right. Magic is in the room, but it's also in the follow-up. So continue your conversations after the event. So for instance, I went to that event where there were 100 entrepreneurs in the room. Yeah, no, not all of them might have been my ideal client for sure. But I had some great conversations. I connected some people with others. I promised to follow up with others, and I did right after the event. Okay, so I reached out to them the best way that I knew how, whether it was through email, whatever it happened to be. So a quick personalized note about, I loved our conversation about whatever it happened to be. So one of the quick things a little tip that I have, here's a business card. Whoops. Here's somebody's business card. And if I have a conversation with them about maybe they find marketing really tough. And so I'll write a little note on that so that when I follow up, I will be able to, continue that conversation that we had. So at your next event, can you follow those 3 C's, right? Can you go with intention? Well, what did I call that? Can you connect with purpose? So connect with purpose, contribute before you collect, and then continue the conversation. Also, something else that, people always ask you, so what do you do? And I've always said there are 3 killer words. I am a. And when we say I am a, let's say, bookkeeper, that puts you in a box with all the other bookkeepers. And people think they know what bookkeepers do, but every bookkeeper is slightly different. So if I went to a networking event and said, I am a business coach, they would go, oh, another one of those. However, if you say, use a Mad Libs format, I'm so-and-so, I help who to what result? Tell me about you. So I might say, hi, I'm Diana Lidstone. I help CEOs who are chief everything officers, who feel like they're chief everything officers, really gain more freedom so that they can strategically lead their business. Something like that, right? And then I'll say, so tell me about you. It gets the conversation going. You see, your job is really to listen so that people feel heard. So I have a cheat sheet for you. If you would like a cheat sheet, just DM me. And I have a cheat sheet of what to do before, during, and after networking so that you get better ROI from your time spent. Now, I'm heading out to a networking event this coming Saturday, and here we are. So, what am I going to do with this networking event? I am going to go and connect with intention, right? I'm going to create that intention. I'm going to, listen. I'm going to contribute, and I'm going to continue that conversation. Networking is not dead. It is just that a lot of entrepreneurs don't know how to do it to get the best ROI from their time invested. And, as anyone else, my time is limited. So it's really helpful if you get the best ROI from your time out there. I hope this has been helpful. Love to hear your comments below. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.